Hello everyone, I'm Tim. Did you know that Kime does not really exist in Okinawan karate? Today's video is about a very important concept in karate, namely self-control. Now don't run away, there will be some mathematics involved. Many people think of self-control when they talk about Kime. Though there are other terms involved in this concept, it will be Kime about which we'll talk today. When you look up Kime, the short explanation you find about it is the following. Noun form of the verb kimeru, which means to decide. Then there is a little extra information that tells us it's used to describe the power or focus that's used to tense the muscles while executing a technique. So Kime refers to decisiveness, self-awareness, and yes, control. But actually, apparently there is no such thing as Kime in Okinawan karate. I'm basing the information in this video on a combination of the video of Kyoshi Aragaki and my own knowledge about basic physics and karate. The physical manifestation of Kime in karate, in the way most people typically think of, can be easiest explained as follows. It is the moment in which a technique goes from moving at top speed to being completely immobile. So it's a sort of immediate deceleration following an attack or a block, going from high tension to complete relaxation instantaneously. This requires quite a bit of control over one's body. As any physicist can tell you, it takes a lot of energy to accelerate and decelerate anything with mass. Now, that same physicist would also tell you that there is no such thing as an immediate deceleration. See, if you punch, you can either stop it using Kime or you can penetrate your target. Let's first clarify the word penetrate here. And let's keep any innuendo out of it. To penetrate means to enter something specifically by force. So your punch penetrates the target when either your fist either the displacing energy of your punch enters the target upon contact. When you stop your punch using Kime, this means you start the deceleration of your punch way before you land it. Though this requires much control over your technique, it also dramatically decreases the effectiveness of your punch. Now, I'm no physicist nor mathematician myself, but let's calculate together. Now, a lot of maths are coming up. If you want to skip it, skip the video to this point in time. How much energy do you think is needed to completely control your punches or kicks? For example, to punch with full force and stopping this motion completely in 0 time. The answer may surprise you. See, the formula for calculating deceleration is as follows. Deceleration equals final velocity minus initial velocity divided by the time taken. So let's put in the numbers. Final velocity will be 0 meters per second. And the initial velocity will be 9 meters per second, or the speed of an average punch. So far, so good. We want to reduce our velocity by 9 meters per second. In our idea of Kime, however, the time taken should be 0 seconds. And there's a real problem, because that means your deceleration will be minus infinity meters per second squared. So the formula for force is acceleration or deceleration multiplied by mass. So the deceleration force is the mass of your fist times deceleration. This means we have to multiply the mass of our fist, about 6 kilos, with minus infinity. This equals minus infinity newtons. Now, to get to energy, we have to multiply our force with the distance our fist traveled to get to infinity joules, or infinite energy. The maths end here. there is no such thing as infinite energy. This proves there is no such thing as instant deceleration, and also there is no such thing as perfect Kime. There always needs to be a certain time to slow down your punch, and the less time you need, the more energy you need. This is how a scientific discussion becomes a philosophical one, by the way. I've talked before about the Japanese culture being very focused on self-perfection, and it seems Kime is a term that is used to describe what is needed to achieve this perfection. Perfection requires control, although not everyone would agree with that. One could argue that a total lack of control is exactly what perfection is all about. A great example of this is the search for the perfect cherry blossom in the movie The Lost Samurai, where the character in question comes to the conclusion that all of them are perfect.
They are all perfect.
So, if Kime is decisiveness, then this conclusion would mean Kime is a lack of control instead of a state of absolute control. It is a nice philosophical train of thought, spending your life training to achieve the perfect technique, only to come to the conclusion that letting go is the only way to achieve it. Feels like a really Buddhistic concept. Going back to karate, we can conclude that Kime has a physical side and a metaphysical side. Two sides of the same coin, where one represents a total control and the other represents a conscious lack thereof. At least, that is my own interpretation at this moment. Next week, we're gonna talk about the actual Okinawan origins of karate, and we'll discuss the terms Nahate, Shurite, and Tomarite. So how about you guys? What is Kime to you? Do you agree with my conclusion? Could you add to my explanation or prove me wrong? Leave a comment down below. I am always open for discussion. For now, I wish you a great day, and as always, thanks for watching.